Good night. Tonight I will speak about my book, King Paimon, Lord of the Endless Silence, the Lord of the Abyss. This is a recording part of a playlist where I post many times now when I think about Paimon or I speak about the book, for the readers, for the listeners. If I have interest in the enigmatic character or persona of King Paimon, who King Paimon is and what he represents and what he can teach. He's a master of knowledge. He's a magician of time and space. He is from very old time past, so to say, but he's somehow he conquered all times, past, present, and future. He lived in the past. He is present, and he is far away into the future. And he represents the abyss. The abyss is the power of the unknown, from where all things come and go. There's like a endless chamber, a endless place. The abyss means something without end, because everything that represents Paimon is endless. He's an endless being. His knowledge is endless. He has conquered and has dominion over the abyss, which is endless. So there is always a huge vast space that Paimon fills with his energy, and even if he's invisible, his power is always felt, and his messages come through the silence, comes through the darkness, and not everyone has the ears or the eyes to see, but the messages of what I'm trying to transmute from my recordings is knowledge from Paimon, knowledge about Paimon. I have written the book, a grimoire on his name, King Paimon, Lord of the Endless Silence, the Lord of the Abyss. It's a book that one can buy on Amazon, and there I tell about the story of King Paimon. The recordings are almost like a continuation of the book, or different exercises, or me trying to connect with Paimon further on. It is a subject that I will continue all my life to talk about. It's almost like an exercise of study, curiosity of mine, where it will lead, and at the same time very interesting to me. It is a subject I don't want to leave. I don't want to let it go. It's something that occupies my mind always. King Paimon is always with me, and I always want to connect with him, with his wisdom, with his eternal wisdom, with his eternal knowledge. So King Paimon is a very powerful, very dominant, very strong, and he is a king. So he carries all the qualities of a king, which are very positive, very beneficial qualities that Paimon carries. At the same time, he has a lot of knowledge about time, space, time travel, past, present, and future, about life, death. There is a lot of knowledge that he carries. In one of the visions, he showed me books. He always carries books. He always talks from the books. There's a continuation through history of what he has seen and what will be, what will come. So his powers are tremendous. His powers are his dominion is something that one can speak forever. There is no end to him, as I've said. In these recordings I would like to speak a little about time and space. I did speak in other recordings as well. So time and space is like, the time always has a way to find its way back. Time is, we say time is of the essence. Time is eternal. At the same time, time too is an illusion, because it exists and it does not exist. It has this duality. Of course, the way we see time, in these three categories of past time, something that has been and never can be again. There's something that has ended in that moment that it already existed. So there's time has like a very short life, no? So say, well, the moment it is here, it's already gone. So that's why it's an illusion, no? It's time is a great magician, and at the same time, time is very vast. There is no end to it, no? There's almost like, say, well, in some description, time was described as a snake eating its own tail. It's like a loop, no? It's like, say, it regenerates through itself. It nourishes itself. It never ends. It's an eternal loop. And it is true, no? It is like a loop. At the same time, things come and things come back, no? There's the cycle of the time is a cyclical, like a circle moving, no? Like a snake eating its own tail, moving, no? And at the same time, it regenerates. Time is able to regenerate something, no? So a lot of things happen in this time. A lot of things are born, so a lot of things die, a lot of things, come and go, no? There's this evolution of time, no? Or, the life, no? And say, well, things end, but the time is not ending. The time always flows, always goes, like an eternal river. And when we think about the future, and say, well, the future doesn't exist yet. In the same time, there are many who believe, well, the future is already there. So just because we didn't reach that point doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It's just that we physically we are not there in that moment, no? So, well, it will come. So there's a space between the time and us, no? The same with the past. It's like there's like a wall that is built. We are not able to go back into the past. There's like the door once open is already closed, no? And the only little space we have between is the present. That's the only space where we can move. Time is always like a philosophical thematic. At the same time, there's a scientific part of time as well, no? Different civilizations had different opinions about time. They had different calendars, no? And so, well, we created our own time, no? After the moon and the stars, and it's like almost time has been a teacher for us, no? To connect to the cosmos, to connect with the stars, to find our place in that big galaxy, or to find our even a meaning of life at the same time, no? So it is a very philosophical thematic. And when we speak about scientific part of the time, things get a little bit more complicated, no? Because I say, well, there are some answers as well in mathematics, how time works and so on, but there is still a lot of things we don't know yet about time. And but in connection to Paimon, no? How he sees time, Paimon sees time in a very simple way. He says time is eternal, and actually it's almost like alive but not, because it's it's there, but in the same time it's not there, no? It's almost like it's not there actually. And it's like a very smooth way, like a smooth sail through life, because it almost like we should not be occupied by time, no? Because time is not occupied with us. There's like time has its own kingship. Time has its own rules, no? That it doesn't follow humans' rule, or it doesn't follow. So it's something more göttlich, It's something more connected to God. So when God created the world, he created time, no? Before was only the abyss, before was nothing, and then when God created the world, no, that time was born. God gave time. God gave life, no, and that life too. It involves the time that is given to it, no. To say, well, the entire cosmos, or the entire there's a softness of the time, because time does move differently depending where it is, no. So, well, time too has different shoes. Time in different parts of space or galaxy, it moves differently than in others, no. Planets have different rhythms. God gave each planet a different time, so it's not the same. Well, on our planet, things move faster, no. So pretty fast, no. At the same time, God gave our planet to a long timeline. Now our planet is very old, and it's going to continue. So there is a huge, big timeline that we have received. as for human life, it is not a lot of time, no? Say, well, say 80 years, which is few people reach that age, no? That means like 80 summers, 80 winters, 80 springs. It's not as much. It's like 80 times going through spring, and that's it, no? And that's already a lot for a human life. In the Bible, they say that humans live longer. There were humans who lived 3, 4, 5, 600 years. So maybe in time, time has changed too as well, no? It's like we, the length of a physical life is, connected to the planet that it lives, no, with the environment and the connection, no, to but that's not the real time, because time is eternal. Time moves freely, no. Time is sovereign in its own power, but there are differences in that way. When we think about time travel or time space, you know, so in one recording I speak about the way how Paimon found a way, you know, to time travel, and they've said he's far away into the future, and it's like, well, he found a time machine, he built a time machine, and he was telling that the present is the only door that one can go in the past or in the future. So the present is the real time, you know, and say, well, if you want to go from future to the past, you have to go through the time of the present. That's the door, that's the entry. And so the present is everything what is created is the present. That's the actual time that exists. And he says that the past is not gone. It still exists, only in a different form. No, to say the past has a different timeline. It's almost like a slower timeline, but it still exists. And the future, he says, it has a very fast timeline. And say, well, maybe it is easier to go into the past than to go into the future. Maybe there is, of course, a distinguish in between these two, because they are almost to say opposites. No, the future is something has not been created, and the past is something that has already gone, no, already been. And the present, he says, is the only door that one can enter into these dimensions or different places or different times. And we say, well, humans, we are not yet physically able to travel into the past, no? Say, at the same time, with our minds, we are able to imagine ourselves in different past, or we're able to remember things from the past, and somehow we as humans, we carry that past within us, no? And we're almost like a testament to its time, to its memory, each one of us, no? And say, well, in my life things have passed, but I still carry them inside me. I am the one who is moving the past into the present through me, through my own being alive, no? And I am moving to the future. So in a way, we are time traveling. We are moving through these 3 different dimensions, no? But real time travel, or real time, to say, well, to be really able to pass the time or skip it in some way and reach a future timeline or a past timeline. It's something that humans always have dreamt about, and we see it in the movies. We have this in the consciousness, no, that something like this can be made, and it is possible. I believe it is possible, and I believe in future it will be possible to choose a different time where you can travel and choose to exist. So because even if our bodies are able to go into that time, it will be the same time like now, because our body will exist, we're able to survive, no? Will be just different place, it will look different, it will, it will be changed, the environment will be changed because of the different time, past or future. But I do believe it's possible. We haven't yet discovered how. I don't know that Paimon knows how to do that. He does carry that knowledge. He does have that knowledge. And in one recording, he was saying that humans will discover that at the right time, because even history has the right timeline. Everything has a timeline, and some things are not allowed to be found before its time. There's a part of the technology that we still have to discover how that things work. it is something that fascinates me, and in some of my books I do speak about time travel. I wrote a book called The Man with the Luggage, that is it's like played into the future, but it's about a man that comes from the future in that time, and he carries a suitcase where it somehow he has the technology to change timeline, and he came with a certain mission on our planet. Or I speak about another book, The Black Cube, where I speak about a black cube appearing on our planet, and it's very enigmatic power structure, finally appears in the sky, and no one knows what it is. Everything changes from that moment on, and a team of people, men and women, go on this black cube and somehow try to discover the meaning of it, the enigmatic power of the black cube, and they're able to travel with it into the future, into different planets, different galaxies. So there's interest in general. I love science fiction and science fiction movies or theories or science, we speak about the cosmos and so on and so forth. It is something that is born into us, and it's something we carry. There's maybe a lesson from the past, maybe into the deep past. Maybe we had as humans that knowledge, and then something happened, and then everything was lost, and then we had to restart from the beginning. Who knows what type? We don't really know, or the entire timeline of humans. We know to say, well, from this timeline we know how, or we think we know, but there's supposedly different very high developed civilizations that existed a long time ago that we don't know much about, and they did have that technology. That's why they were the ancestors of the people who spoke about the stars, and they were recounting beings from the stars coming, and this connection to the stars might have been born in that time. And I do believe that other beings have visited our planet that come from the future. So say, well, what type of spaceships or what type of technology they use, that they are able to travel. That say, well, the cosmos is so large, so vast, that we need something so fast and so highly developed that it's possible to traverse these high distances in a matter of seconds or in a matter of shorter time. And in one of the visions that I had with Paimon, he did show me his time machine, the time travel machine. It was a black prolongated geometrical spaceship, all in black with black tiles, and it was buzzing, it was electronic, and I did manage to see something inside, and it did have definitely like a navigate room. It was a very tiny room inside with navigation system, exactly like will be for a time machine. How it works, I don't know yet, but I do believe the entire time machine is built from a certain material, has a certain frequency. They use different crystals or different frequencies, or different type of powers. That they are able to float in the air. They are able to vibrate in a certain way, or a certain vibrations. There's this certain knowledge that comes to it that, as I said, we don't know as humans yet. Sure will be something great to know and to discover. And for me, a real time machine, a real time travel machine will be something very fast. So it's not necessarily well, that too is fascinating. A spaceship that travels quite slowly, but slowly in the meaning of the space, well, still fast, but almost like floating into the space, or a time travel machine that is immediately somewhere else, that is so fast that matter of seconds, or matter of almost like it tricks time, that there is no time to it. It can appear wherever it wants, at any point in time. So I think there are quite many differences too between time space machine, what type, how fast, what material, from where, which civilizations, or from which place they come, and they all there are some differences to it as well. Maybe even the reasons that they were visiting our planet is because our planet has different minerals and different metals now that not every planet has, and maybe there's a certain metal or crystal or something or material that they needed for their own structure to build something, no? Because, you know, as our planet does carry quite a lot of richness, because it is a very old planet. I mean, not the oldest, but it is old enough, and those type of high frequency, high quality materials take millions and millions of years to develop, no? And so they are extremely valuable in a different way than humans see it, no? Not available in money, but valuable in the way it was created and what properties it carries. So I think it is a very chemical and very physical, you know, properties that they are looking for. And yeah, so I do believe humans go, that will be the highest progress that humans can reach now, to discover this and to develop something like this for the future, using the materials that we find on our planet. I do believe it is possible, to be honest. And there are even different portals, maybe, you know, there are different places, or like a stargate, or not only one but different ones, and different places on our planet that carry a certain frequency or carry a certain vibration, that from that spot one can time travel into the future or into the past, no? So maybe it's a combination of both. And it's quite interesting, because when I first encountered Paimon once in the past, I was imagining myself in a maybe in the 1500 years, you know, so like 600 years ago, and I was laying at the entrance of a temple where I was playing music, and I was imagining myself being there. So it was in a way time travel with my own mind, and he appeared there. That was like I included in the book, and it was a big inspiration for the book after when I wrote it. And I didn't expect Paimon to be so much about the future and so much about this development, no, that it came afterwards, and I was quite impressed by his transformation. And I still don't know what his goal is and what he's after, no, what's maybe it's something very exciting for him as well. I say Paimon does carry a lot of knowledge, and he must have found that knowledge now that we are looking as well. And yeah, it is interesting, the connection of Paimon with the deep past and with the faraway future. No, there is a vast timeline that Paimon has covered for himself. And the other vision, he did show me his time travel machine. As I've said, the first time I saw it, I didn't move; I just observed. And after a time, I did get closer to it, and I opened the door to see how the inside looks. And I touched a little bit, but you know, very. I didn't want to change anything, so I just observed. But it was interesting, no, the reason why he showed me, the way he showed me the black cube or all these symbolic elements of his travel. Maybe it was something that I still have to discover. And through these recordings, it's always a little helpful for me as well. To connect to my visions and to this type of understanding, that I understand it is still limited, but Paimon laughs always and say, well, sure we're limited, no, because there's very little known about that, but the true seeker never is ashamed, no, to speak about that. And the question itself, or the courage to reveal or understand something that still not yet understood, no, that makes all the fun. So finally it's nothing lost, no, talking about it. It is interesting, of course. You know, at the moment I'm still looking for different inspiration for different books, and I always want to connect with Paimon as well. When I wrote his grimoire, it was a very beautiful time last year. Pretty much in this period I started to work or write on the book, and it was 3 months where I felt Paimon's presence very strong with me, and he was guiding me, teaching me, helping me, you know, write his book, write this grimoire. And since then has been a ongoing, undoing, type of relationship that I have with him, and there's always new elements that come with it. In some of the recordings I speak about the magician power of Paimon, about the black mirror or mirrors in general, or the mirror magic that I was using to understand some things or some type of reflections, like a meditation process, or one can somehow, every time we do something new, we develop new pathway in our brains. We learn something. It's not only simply learning, but it's like we develop further on. No? We expand our minds, or we almost like our minds, the brain needs something like that. It is always a good exercise to do. And for those who like to read, book King Paimon, Lord of the Endless Silence, The Lord of the Abyss, is available on Amazon internationally. You can order it from any place where you are at, and read about King Paimon and have his energy, have his words, have this beautiful book. And if you love to listen to my voice and to the recordings, you can enjoy listening from the beginning on the playlist where I speak. The last year I recorded different thoughts and different ideas that came out from me thinking about Paimon or the book. And thank you so much for listening. Until next time, all the best to you. Bye.